What if you could see the law of attraction in action? What if you could see it in real time happening in somebody's life? Would you believe it then? I've got some good news for you. If you watch this video, you're going to see it in action because I'm going to take you through my day with me today. I've never done a video like this before. Maybe you've never watched a video like this before, but I'm a personal growth coach here on YouTube. Maybe you watch my content, maybe you've seen none of it, but I share all kinds of things about law of attraction, manifestation, setting your intention. And today, I started my day by setting my intention on 3 things. And today, I'm going to take you through my day with me, and I'm going to show you how that impacts your day. I got up this morning already, so I look a little sketchy, and I did a little Tai Chi to start my day. I plugged my AirPods in. I listened to a talk between Esther Hicks and Abraham and the great Wayne Dyer, and it was such a great start to my day. Already I've gotten a nugget that I want to share with you. They were talking about consciousness and subconsciousness and all of that, and how Esther said when we first wake up in the morning, we're coming back into that world of consciousness and we're resetting our day. We're using our thinking brain to connect with our real self, our soul self is what she was talking about in a nutshell, and we get a chance to start all over. And that's what I've done, is I've started all over this morning, and I set my intention today on 3 things. I just said source, God, universe, whatever you believe there. Today, I want to be a channel of love. I want to be a channel of peace, and I want to be a channel of encouragement. And that is what I asked Source for today. I told Source and set my intention on that I'm going to be today, and I said it in a way where I said no matter what comes into my life today, and I work in the sales world, guys. It's kind of my other job. I'm half sales, half coaching right now. And when I go into this sales job today, there will be pressure, I guarantee you. We have it almost daily there, if not every day. But whatever comes into my life, I just want to be a channel of love, a channel of peace, and a channel of encouragement. I'm going to take you through the day, and I'm going to update you on segments as I can. And as you see this video unfold, I'm going to show you intention in action. I don't know what you've set your intention on in your life, but about 1.5 years ago, I set mine on changing my whole life and beginning to live the life of my dreams, and I cannot tell you how much it's changed it. If you want to subscribe to the channel below, I invite you to do that. There's links on how to work with me one-on-one, but it's brought me into doing what I'm doing with you right now. It's brought me into a more lucrative sales environment than I've ever experienced in my life. I've made more money over the last year than I've ever made. I don't even care about that kind of stuff anymore. What I care about is connecting with people just like you and changing this world together, because when we connect to who we really are at our soul level, we change it all. Are you ready? Let's get into my day, and we're going to see what happens. The intention is set. Let's go watch what Source brings our way. All right, guys, here is a great example of how this intention stuff works. I'm on my way into my sales job right now. Just started my day, and as I shared with you earlier, did some Tai Chi, listened to some Esther Hicks and some Wayne Dyer this morning. Got a quick shower, and I sat down to do some reading this morning. I was reading Dr. David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force, which is wonderful, by the way. And Hawkins is talking about in this book living basically in true soul power, not from forcing and hustling, grinding our way through our life, and all the research he's done in this area. What he said in this morning's chapter was this. Now remember, I set my intention on peace today. I said, I want to have peace. I want to share encouragement with people. I want to be a channel of love, channel of all these 3 things. Already, I just had this moment of extreme peace, not thinking about it, not trying to manufacture it, just sitting there reading and on my couch, and just this blissful peace. And here's what Hawkins said as I was kind of having this moment. He basically said that what addiction does, whether it's drugs, alcohol, chemical substances like that, is it brings us into these euphoric states that are highs, and it makes us feel good basically in that moment. And it tricks our brain into thinking that it's taking us to this place. But what it's really doing is it's kind of canceling out. He compared it to an orchestra. He said, like, if an orchestra, if you were able to cancel out all the low notes and only hear the high notes, that's what addictive substances do in our life. And don't get me wrong, I love to have a beer and all that, but addiction's a whole different thing, you know. So it cancels out these lower notes, and all we hear is the high ones. And he said what we don't realize is the high notes are always there. We just have to tune into them. And the key to it is not through addiction or addictive substances, or whatever it is you tend to be weak in there, or wherever it falls in for you, but to understand that it's turning inside. And this moment just hit me in that reading time this morning, that's exactly what's happened over the last couple of years of my life. I have tuned inside rather than outside to find the real answers and meaning in life, to find the real power in life, and to find my real purpose in life. And you can do the same thing too. I loved what Hawkins said. I came out of the evangelical church world. If you watch me here, you know that. And one of the things that I have learned in this newer journey for myself is in that world I was seeking so much external validation. And that's kind of what it came down for me. Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Is this in place? That's why I'm not feeling it. But now I've realized you got to turn within. And he said that Jesus said it this way: the kingdom of God, the reign, the rule, the connection, the alignment with God is what we would say in the world I live in now. The alignment with God, the kingdom of God is within you. Isn't that wild? Jesus said, you want to figure it out? Turn inside, not outside. Don't look to a substance. Don't look to a high an income level, a new job, whatever it is for you. Tune in. And man, already I was just overwhelmed with peace this morning. And this is what happens when we set our intention. What it did for me is it reminded me that a couple of years ago I would have got up, I would have done a little reading, because I've done that for years and years, but it would have been more mechanical, kind of an outward, external thing I was trying to do to fix my internal reality rather than vice versa. I would have done that, and then I would have doom scrolled for an hour or whatever it is before work. And trust me, I can still doom scroll with the rest of them, but that morning time, that's the time that I set my intention. That's the time that I say, today my intention is, like today's intention, I want to be a channel of peace. I want to be a channel of love. I want to be a channel of encouragement, and I'm already experiencing peace. Let's see where the day takes me. Hang in there. I'll see you in the next segment. All right, guys, I got to share this with you. In this segment, just finished up our morning meeting at work here. And don't get me wrong, we're in a very positive environment at the store that I work at. We've got a great manager here. She's created a great world for us to live in. We all contribute to that world, so it makes a big difference. It's a very unusual environment for sales because sometimes it can be very cutthroat, but this was unusually good. The moment I got here, we have a guy that comes in and sits with us some days at our store that's from another store, and he and I just got into this deep soul conversation this morning. He checked out my YouTube channel, and he's all into kind of motivating content and that kind of thing. And I don't know, we just got down at a deeper level probably than we ever have talking, and all of this stuff just unfolding. Why? Because I set my intention today that I want to be all the three things that we've talked about: a channel of love, a channel of peace, a channel of motivation. And I got a little piece of all three of those with him. Then we have our morning meeting, and just more and more of that. We got down talking about a book our manager is reading, and I talked with the guys this morning a little bit about how Wayne Dyer says be attached to nothing but open to everything. And we just got into some deep conversations this morning. And see what happens. Used to, I could have come into this environment and I would feel this stress in my heart, this tension literally physically inside. By the way, if you're feeling that, you need to learn to let that stuff go. That's pinned up energy inside of you that's negative, and when you release it and get it out, you start living your best life. And this morning already I'm experiencing these sheer moments of peace, sheer moments of being able to just kind of motivate and encourage those people around me, and been able to do some of that even in the meeting today. And I'm experiencing that love, because I think love permeates everything. I am learning, and I did this practice for just a moment in my mind today, unattached to what we're doing here, but I was able to look at one of my coworkers just with eyes of actual love. I saw them as a child, and I try to do this sometimes. Just picture them when they were a little child, footloose and fancy free, as we say in the South, just carefree, and able to see them through those eyes. And it absolutely will change your view of people. And I was able to do some of that this morning. Just more peace, more love, more motivation, and it just keeps coming all day. I'm going to keep you updated, and there's probably going to be some negatives today. Don't get me wrong. I'm sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly today, but I'll see you in the next segment. One of the things that blows my mind about setting your intention on the positive in life, and when you continually begin to do this day after day in your life, you'll be surprised at the things you start to attract into your life. Here's a great example. As I set my intention on the kind of day I wanted to have today, I was scrolling through for the first time, and I don't know when, a weight tracking app I use. And I've been working on losing some weight. Long story, I did a thing a few years ago called half meals, where I cut my meals in half, and I was eating McDonald's and all kinds of stuff, but just cutting it in half, and I'd lost a good bit of weight, and then I slowly just kind of got out of the practice and gained it all back. Well, I kind of got on the trend here the last couple of months to really get that weight back off, to physically get in shape, and like I said, I've been doing Tai Chi and a lot of other things. Well, this morning I hit kind of a milestone marker on the scale, and I started scrolling back through my weight loss app. And today, of all days, when I chose to set my intention with you and track the progress throughout the day, I was back to the lowest weight that I've been at in years and years and years and years from that first time. And that was all the way back in 2023. I was blown away. Back in 2023, I hit my lowest weight then and kind of started going back up from there when I let things slip. But today I was back at that lowest weight again since 2023. It blows my mind how this attraction stuff works. When you set your intention on the positive, you're going to attract positive in your life. We've talked about it on here before, but whatever car you drive, you notice that car more than any car around you, because your reticular activating system in your brain will do that. That's the way it works. When you set the GPS of your brain, it looks for that thing you set it to. What is your intention set on today? Mine's set on just what we've been talking about. There goes a car we're having some problems with in the parking lot. Mine is set on the intention today of being a channel for Source, for God, the universe, to bring peace to me and others around me, to bring love to others around me, and to bring motivation to others around me. And man, is this day bringing more and more and more of that. I'll see you in the next segment. Okay guys, I told you I'm going to share the good, bad, and the ugly with you today. Here is the ugly segment of today's intention setting. I got in a little bit of a negative space, had some customers come in, and as customers can do, they were not bad people, they were just a little bit of difficult people, and that happens from time to time. But do you know, I caught myself in the middle of that because I felt myself beginning to spiral down into negativity. I told you I'll listen this morning to Esther Hicks. Esther and Abraham Hicks, if you know anything about them and kind of how they share knowledge from the universe, they basically say that what's important is our vibrational frequency, and when we're down, we can upcycle it by starting a rampage of appreciation. And I caught myself cycling downward, acting in ways I would normally not act, beginning to think in ways I'd normally not think with that one interaction. So in the middle of that with those customers, I stopped myself and I said, no, Jim, we're not going to live like this. We've set our intention for the day. We've set it on love. We have set it on peace, and we've set it on encouragement. And I just kind of shifted gears. By the time those difficult customers left, they told me, you have been so informative. Thank you so much. They talked to me about coming back to actually purchase a car a little later this week. Had a great interaction with them there at the end. And then two customers that had just had a brand new baby 3 weeks ago came in right behind them, and I had such a wonderful experience with them, just a deep connection. They did buy a car, but who cares about that? This is not what I'm into. Even in my sales job, I'm not worried about selling cars. I love the connection with people, and that's what kind of gets me going and helping them on their journey. And I was able to encourage and motivate them a little, and they encouraged and motivated me. but it was just such a great interaction with them. And I'm telling you guys, when you live in this energy, when you begin to live in a way where you set your intention on love and life and light, you're going to attract more and more of that in your life, and your days just get better and better and better. And I could not be more grateful. I think it's about 4 o'clock today. Just had some lovely fajitas from Chili's, and my day is just getting better and better. I'll keep you posted in the next segment. See you there. Well, guys, this is the last segment for the day. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm about to be out of here for the night. Let me tell you what, this day has been amazing. It's had some ups and downs. I've had some moments of frustration. A customer was coming in earlier today. Customers are often my frustration in life because it's my little world here right now in so many ways. But a customer's coming in, and they pulled up in front of the dealership, and it was getting later, and I was kind of not wanting to deal with that at the moment. And I said something to our manager, basically, look at this guy, but not that nice. And yes, growth coaches, we have our own struggles too. We act like that sometimes. And no matter how positive I can be, I have those negative moments. And I caught myself, and I told my manager, no, I'm not going to be like that. I have intended for this great day, and it's been wonderful. And my mind changed like that. And what happened today, after it was all said and done, I had a wonderful day. Like I said, I don't really care so much about the car selling side, but I sold 2 cars, which is always a nice little bonus and benefit. But I just had the greatest customer interactions, the greatest interactions with people at a soul level. And that's what I love. And that's what I set out to do. If you remember all the way back this morning at the front of the video for you, I set my intention on love and on peace and on motivation. And all day I've attracted that to myself. Now, if you're one of those people that say, well, Jim, you're just saying that because you made your day go that way. And if you want to believe that, you believe that. But I want to tell you right now, this stuff works. This is not just my day today. This is my day every day, guys. Not that I don't have some struggles and bumps in the road. You saw a couple of those today. But truly, deeply from my heart, I tell you, I experienced so much peace, so much joy, so much power in my life because 2 years ago, almost now, I changed my mindset, and it changed my life. It led me to what I'm doing with you. It led me to more growth in my sales world than I've ever made in my life. But more than anything, it's tuned me in to the divinity that permeates this universe. It's given me my life's purpose. It's given me my life's passion. And I would love to help you find yours. If that's something you want to check more out, click on one of the links below. Let's talk about working together. There's no pressure. You would see I'm a no pressure guy. If we're meant to work together, we will. And I'd love to help you get on track to manifesting your dream life right now. Thanks for watching. It's been a great day. I hope it's been a great video for you. Bless you, my friend. Go live your best life right now. And I'll see you guys in the next video.